Top 40s. Dance. Latin. Country. Pop. Rock and roll. All at one station. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
I'm Bruce Tuff, principal of the Tuff Law Firm. We are a full-service law firm serving the greater Woodlands area and the greater Houston area. Contact us at 281-681-0808. We're tough for you.
Welcome to The Legal Fix, a new age radio show brought to you by the Tuff Law Firm. We're the toughest law firm in town, with the toughest lawyers around answering your toughest legal questions.
Hey, welcome to The Legal Fix, a new age radio show brought to you by the Tuff Law Firm, where we answer your toughest legal questions. Call our hotline at 936-900-2381. I'm your host, Bruce Tuff, along with Boy Wonder, Brandon Riley, and super lawyer G.I. Jerome, Jeremy Hall. We have a special edition of the show today. We're talking about constitutional law. Oh, you just disappeared.
Disappearing act.
BW.
It feels like last week.
It kind of feels like him around the office this week.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And then Paolo for the last 2 months.
Oh, my gosh. Is Paolo ever coming back? Has anyone talked to her?
She's non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Yeah, you know, Honey Badger is in touch with her, so she's doing, our compliance monitor, Honey Badger. She is in touch with Paolo, and I think she said she's really happy on her 6-week vacation for COVID. Talk about stretching it out.
A true sabbatical.
Oh my God, that is like the greatest.
She made a special appearance yesterday.
Hey, about COVID. Did she come in?
Yeah. With a
I
hat
missed
on.
her.
She had a hat on. You probably didn't recognize her.
Are you serious? She did come in?
The disappointment is real.
How does she look? Is she okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
she looked good.
Did
She
have
was
her
scared
new
to get
suit
near
on?
us, though.
Oh,
No.
Oh, come on,
She's
please.
like,
Stop.
She's still testing positive.
Yeah.
We got to stay away from her.
Okay. Hey,
I thought false positives were going to happen after you had it for like months.
speaking of
Isn't that
COVID,
true?
we may not even do constitutional
Let's
law because
go,
you've
Brandon.
already pulled me over.
Don't say the JB word.
Okay, so
Rhymes with riding.
just like we started the Free Britney movement, I started this Kyrie Irving. I heard Kyrie Irving a long time before he's now a household name. He's
Fresh
an NBA
take.
player. He did this press conference, and I'm going, I don't even know who Kyrie Irving is. I think I did, but I'm watching him do a press conference, and
He was
he's talking
LeBron James's
about,
backup.
Was he? Okay.
He's one of the Kardashian sisters.
Ah, that's it. Well, he's
Kylie.
got to be
Kyrie.
married one to one. Kyrie, yeah. Kyrie Kardashian. So he's talking at a press conference. It's probably the best response I heard to someone dealing with the pushback on we're going to, COVID, you got to get vaccinated,
It's the
COVID,
Wuhan
we got to
plague.
masking tape our kids' mouth, COVID, everybody's got to get a shot. You got to get, okay, so here's Kyrie. He goes, let me get this straight. You're not going to pay me for working, so I can't. If I don't get vaccinated, I can't play basketball. So you're not going to let me work and earn my living, and I'm going to lose a lot of money, like millions. He makes millions. And he goes, and I've already got COVID, so I've got the antibodies. Then I get vaccinated, and you tell me that the vaccination is only good for 6 to 8 months, and I could still get COVID, or I could give COVID. And then after the 6 to 8 months, you tell me I've got to have a booster shot. And then after I get the booster shot, I can still get COVID, I can still give COVID, and it reduces my antibodies. What do you think?
If the vaccine was more effective, would that change your mind? Then would it be okay to make him get it?
I don't know.
I
I've
think
heard
you should
that.
force anyone to take a vaccine.
You don't think so? No? So you're not, but you believe in vaccinations,
We're
right?
not forcing you. We're not holding you
I
down.
got vaccinated.
All right, I've got
I
a
think you
question
should
for
get
you, Bruce.
vaccinated.
What was the first vaccination or inoculation in the United States?
Was it smallpox,
Who did it?
polio?
I love
Smallpox
that
and
game
polio,
with the
right?
I
horse.
think it was smallpox. It
Smallpox.
was George Washington at
Yeah,
Valley
yeah.
Forge.
Oh, yeah, because everybody
During
was
the
dying from
Revolutionary War.
smallpox. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll tell you another thing This whole thing about COVID, the
Trying to
hysterical
bring it back to
COVID movement.
Cornwall.
Here it is. The whole hysterical COVID movement.
I tried.
Randolph Hearst. So he is like, first of all, he's a trust fund baby. Okay, so if you think he's self-made,
that the
man,
media
no,
guy?
yeah, he's a media guy. He was the media guy before who's our media guy now?
Do we have one?
Yeah. You know, the nerdy dude from
we know what you're
Harvard on
talking
Facebook.
about.
Yeah, the Facebook.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
So before, and then all the conglomerates of the news publications. So his mom died of pneumonia in the 1920s. She died of pneumonia. Millions have died. I mean, it was brutal.
The Spanish
pneumonia was the
Sure.
flu. It was a flu. So you get flu, and then you get
develop
pneumonia, and you
pneumonia
die.
from
And
it.
that was like wiping out people. They didn't shut down the country.
We've been
So-
using vaccines to wipe out illnesses for hundreds of years.
Right. Okay. 1978, smallpox was the first one in the USA. All
Okay,
right.
so maybe not for hundreds of years.
Yeah. Thank you, Boy
That's
Wonder, for
the
the
first-
head of research department.
I'm telling
coming
you,
in.
George Washington inoculated the troops.
How did he do that? Did they have like
They
shots
used a
back
knife.
then?
No, so they took the virus from people. They would cut it open,
And they cooked
then
it.
They would,
cooked it,
and then they
you
would
ate
cut
it.
you. No, they would cut you with it.
Really?
Yeah,
Who the
okay.
hell invented that?
George Washington
Oh
did
my
it.
Yeah, he's
God,
a
I
smart
love
guy.
him.
He
He
was more
invented some
than-
other stuff too.
Like what?
Did he invent the Constitution?
No,
Or was that the Declaration of Independence?
That's the
He
Declaration
actually
of Independence,
didn't
but he
sign
wasn't
it.
there. He
He
didn't
didn't
sign
sign
it, and they had that. So you
we
guys
need
are-
some more knowledge on this.
All right,
Yeah,
you're
we need
trying
get
to
back
bring.
there. Hey,
okay, here's
do
the
you know
deal.
the "Let's Go, Brandon"?
Yeah, I know what that means, and that's like directed at our president. Okay, so don't. Yeah,
I get
know
all
the
excited.
I know the
I was singing the song
subliminals.
now.
The subliminals. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go.
I thought you liked Joe
Brandon."
Biden.
Yeah. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What the
Okay,
hell?
okay,
Let's-
Do you not know me very well?
Rein
Come
back
on.
in.
I mean, I have seen Biden do these press conferences 30 years ago when he was a senator, and he was dumber then than he is now. So it was
Triggered.
Yeah. Triggered.
Hashtags
Trigger
triggered.
warning.
Let's
Hey,
turn it back to
Okay, wait.
1978.
Wait, before we do that, I've been getting some emails.
17.
And they're questions
78.
from our fans. Our fans have been sending emails. They first of all say it's really hard to call in, and they've been calling in, and they go, "Why are we only taking one or two calls? Why
Yeah.
is that, guys?"
The hotlines are
Yeah,
jammed.
the hotlines. Okay, hotlines are jammed.
We're gonna
and
get
the
'em
other,
unjammed.
the other one is a direct question for me, and they are asking me. Well, actually, this is for Boy Wonder. Do you dress yourself, Boy Wonder? Do you dress yourself, or does someone help you
What
dress
is
yourself? Okay?
Yeah,
Like,
I plead the Fifth Amendment. On
Okay. Here's a question for me. It looks like our fans, female fans of all race categories in population age group 36 through 45. Are you married? Yes, I'm sorry to say. Yes. I'm sorry to report that.
They're all
I
asking.
am married to the honey badger, okay?
Yes.
Just so you know. Yeah.
Clear that up on the record.
And then a lot of people ask us, who's the honey badger, who's Paulo, we talk
are all
about all
these
those
characters?
people. Yeah, well, they work in our office, so we have a law office. We actually do legal work.
Sometimes.
In fact,
We've been doing a lot.
Hey, sometimes Jerome and I
Yeah.
I had 2 mediations.
Yeah.
We're like humping. We're driving
Yeah.
to Conroe. We came back, had a mediation yesterday, had a morning thing. I had an event every night this week that I was going to.
Yeah.
And we
I don't know how you
hosted
keep
a
up with
reception
it.
for a judicial candidate.
Yeah.
We
That's
had
very
that.
good.
Were you there?
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
I'm in the picture. What do you
Good
mean?
guy.
Oh, are you? I need to send that
He
out.
is.
Or you gotta
Sent.
send that out.
Sent.
Okay, tell me what the
It was
topic
sent
is. What are we
immediately.
talking about, GI?
Constitutional law.
Okay, what's
Brandon's
going on?
to school us on the Constitution, and then I'm going to talk about the amendments.
Okay.
And in between, we're going to put you on the hot seat and test your constitutional knowledge.
Okay, well, I have no knowledge of the Constitution right now. Okay, because I had 2 meetings this morning. Madison was leaving to go to Alaska, and of course, she always picks the best flights. This one is 5 a.m. in the morning, so I'm up at 3:30 getting her ready to go. We had a transport, so I didn't have to drive her, but I said, "Shit, what are you doing up? You know, I'm a
Yeah.
light sleeper." Someone comes in my house. I'm director of security, and I got the baseball bat right by the bed. So I'm going, "What is going on?" And she goes, "I'm
You don't keep
leaving
bear
them."
arms with you?
Oh yeah, I got plenty. Yeah,
That's a good home defense system.
Yeah, it is.
though.
It's I've got I start with a baseball bat, then I escalate really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And Madison, your daughter. right?
my oldest daughter is going to see Captain Clay in Alaska, her fiance, and she's taking her 12-hour flight from here, Texas, to North Pole, Alaska. That's where he is. In Fort Wainwright is where he's stationed. He's an Army captain.
Was
So-
the Madison and Clay wedding invite, was that intentionally vague so you didn't know who they were and you had to, if you knew them, you knew what their last name was?
Yeah, because I was, first of all, we did that because we wanted to confuse people, and we may take you off the list, just depending on whether you're our friends in May or not of next year.
Yeah,
So we
you have
don't
to
wanna-
decipher it. It
You
was like a
do.
puzzle. It was
Yeah,
like
you-
the Da Vinci
no,
Code.
you got to look
I've got
at
the
it. You
inside
gotta go
scoop
like,
on
"Ooh,
this.
what is that?"
I only got an invite because they sent you one, and they felt guilty if
By
I
mistake.
found out by you
mistake.
that you got one and I didn't.
Yeah, by mistake. That probably,
This is the first time I've mentioned it, isn't it?
Yeah. They were afraid that I would find out from you, though.
And then
so
they sent you a pity invite.
yeah.
Yeah, did you not get
Which one's
invited?
Madison, which one's Clay?
Yeah.
That was the number one question.
Right,
What
yeah.
kind of a couple is it?
Yeah.
We had to figure that out first.
Okay.
Guy, girl, guy, girl. Could be anywhere
Oh,
on the
that's
gambit.
cool because of the names,
Yeah.
Clay and Madison.
Yeah.
Well, then you're going to have to figure that out.
It
at
was
the
a
wedding.
huge
You come to-
disguise.
No,
It-
come to the wedding, you figure it out. It'll
Figure
be
it
like
out
a
at the wedding.
surprise wedding.
Yeah.
Okay, it's going to be a destination wedding for a long time.
Surprise wedding.
All right. All right, we're going to take a break. We're coming back. We're going to talk about constitutional law. Do not let me get off topic, please.
No, we're
if
putting you
Joe
right on the
Biden- But
hot
I'm
seat.
not going to answer any constitutional law questions.
Yeah.
I'll make them all up.
Okay.
All right, here we go. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. Call us.
I'm Bruce Tuff, principal of the Tuff Law Firm. We are a full-service law firm serving the greater Woodlands area and the greater Houston area. Contact us at 281-681-0808. We're tough for you.
When's the last time you heard this sound and actually called the police? Yeah, didn't think so.
Hey, welcome back to the Legal Fix, where we answer your toughest legal questions. Call our hotline at 936-900-2381. Further, call us at the Tuff Law Firm if you have any legal needs or need any legal assistance. We would be happy to assist you, and you can talk to one of us.
281-681-0808.
Perfect.
0808.
Yes. Thank you, G.I. Jerome. All right. Today is constitutional law. We are actually going to do a webinar for the State Bar of Texas College, and our webinar is going to be 2 hours for constitutional law. This is kind of a prep for that right now, just to show you that I don't know what I'm talking about, but then I'm going to learn about it.
No net.
Yeah, no net. So, and this is a surprise for me because they said, no, we're going to do a different show format. So they like to put me on the hot seat. They like to keep me off balance. But, you know, they can't do that.
Third
No,
time on the hot
no.
seat.
All right. Who's talking about constitutional law?
BW.
Yeah,
Boy
let
wonder.
me jump into it.
BW.
So, they said I have a minute to go over the whole of constitutional law, so here we go.
Easy.
The Battle of
You have more than
Lexington
that.
and Concord, Boston, Mass. is where it's close to. April 19th, 1775, the shot heard round the world. That was the beginning of what we consider the Revolutionary War. That war ended in 1783 when Britain formally acknowledged the colony's independence and liberty, meaning their right to self-governance.
Hashtag Free Britain.
Free Brittany. Sorry, I cleared my throat.
Wow.
The Articles of
That is back to
Confederation.
episode one.
oh.
That's a throwback.
That is
In
back.
1783.
Lindsay, Brandon's back.
In
Okay.
1783,
Inside joke.
the Articles of Confederation were formed. It was a loose confederation. It had a lot of problems. There was not really a way to pay back the Revolutionary War debts. They didn't have a common currency because each state was printing their own money. And finally, the straw that broke the camel's back was the Shay's Rebellion in 1786, which was, again, another tax protest, which I feel like we need a new tax protest, don't you?
Yes.
And the Tea
Yes.
Party has turned into the mob, so
Yes.
maybe a new Tea Party
Well,
needs to be formed.
you know what? The tax protests in the United States is like the Tea Party wants more taxes and wants big government in the United States. So vote against incorporation
Against
in the Woodlands.
Incorp.
Thank you.
So, having said all that, a constitutional convention was called in 1787 in Philadelphia, which led us to our Constitution that is now over 234 years old. We still live under that same Constitution. 39 men signed it. They were each delegates from 12 of the 13 states. Obviously, you have the Federalist Papers and the Anti-Federalist commenting on the purpose of it, similar to what you see in these pamphlets coming out on incorporation, the pros and cons, for and against it. Very similar structure. I think one of my favorite quotes is from the Senator Daniel Webster. He said, "The American Constitution is the purchase of American valor. The Constitution is the great memorial of the deeds of our ancestors." And so, as my uncle wears this, he's got this shirt. He's got all these dad jokes. He's got this really cool shirt I like to see him wear. And it says, "You see 3 branches of government and I see firewood." I'm telling you, that's a good one. Anyways, having said my dad joke for the day.
Now, what does that mean? I see firewood. I see 3 branches of government. I see firewood. Burning house down, or what is
Branches.
it? Branches. Oh,
Like
I
tree
see. Tree branches.
Here's your sign. So, you have to ask the question, what is the United States of America on a fundamental level? And we are a number of states that were once separated that united under one banner of government. And that's where you get the Latin phrase e pluribus unum, from many one. Famous Benjamin Franklin quote. So I guess the other question, what is the United States? What form of government are we? I want to ask you that.
We are a republic.
Thank you.
Yes.
Finally.
And in fact, I try to tell people that since I've held elected office many times, and they go, "Oh, power of the people, power of the..." I go, "Yeah, you got power of the people, but you have a representative government where you elect someone to represent your interest, and he or she represents you in a collective group. It's a republic. It's a representative government.
Which means it's not a democracy.
Not pure democracy.
It's not a
like,
despotic
okay, I got to
government.
be 50+1 in every decision. Let's take it to a poll.
It's too complicated.
Hey, I got to do a poll. Okay, I can't make a decision unless I do a poll.
Gotta have
It's
smart
blowing
people.
in.
It's blowing this way. Yeah.
Smart
okay.
people stay up to speed.
So
That's
the
true.
Constitution, as we discussed, is separated into 3 branches of government. You have the Article 1, which is the legislative branch, and we have a bicameral system, which means that we have the House of Representatives and the Senate. Each of them have their own unique lawmaking abilities, but they work together in the end to create a body of law. Then you have Article 2, which establishes the executive branch and the president, who is also the commander-in-chief over war times. And then you have Article 3, which establishes the judicial branch, specifically the Supreme Court and such inferior courts as the Congress may time to time deem we need. And then after you go through that, you have the Privileges and Immunities Clause at Article 4.
Can I stop you?
Yeah,
Inferior
please.
courts would be the court that I ran for in Montgomery County and lost. Is that the one?
No, sir. So
Oh.
only federal.
Okay.
Right. So the Constitution establishes federal law, and then the 10th Amendment, which we'll get to, Jeremy, reserves everything else to the states and the people thereof.
Okay.
And so
I did the 10th Amendment.
the 457th Judicial District Court, presided over by the Honorable Judge Vince Santini, shout out Santini,
Yay.
is a state court.
Vince.
So I like how y'all both gave a sign. A state court in the state of Texas is not an inferior court under the Constitution.
Good.
Not under the federal Constitution, anyway. So the Privileges and Immunities Clause, Article 4, creates equality amongst the citizens of the many states, because at the time, each state kind of had its own way of doing things, and they weren't necessarily honoring other states' commitments unless it benefited them. Article 5 sets out procedures for amending the Constitution through the
Yeah.
amendment process.
Yeah.
Article 6 is the
How
Supremacy
many
Clause.
amendments do we have to the Constitution?
27.
27.
Oh, well,
That's
we
kind of...
gave you
I
one
gave-
answer.
you're
You're one
welcome.
ahead.
One
Yeah,
ahead.
you're welcome for that.
One up.
Yay.
And then you have the Article 7, which set forth the manner for ratification. And obviously it's not used anymore, but it's still there. So that is my 2-minute spiel on what the Constitution is.
I didn't
Any
listen
questions?
to one thing you said.
Joe Biden.
Yeah, I didn't listen. You know what? Why is Joe Biden trying to screw up the Constitution? Why is that? I mean, he's trying to change the Supreme
Voting
Court.
amendment?
Yeah, he's just trying to change it. What's wrong with the... He doesn't like the Republic. He wants to change us
It's
into
about
a
power.
democracy.
It's hard to pass a
about power.
constitutional amendment.
How hard is it? How about increasing the Supreme Court from 9 justices to 15 and stack the court? Is that easy to do?
No, that's not easy to do.
Okay,
And
how
why do we
about-
need so many justices?
Well, we don't, but I'm just saying
Why does the
he
Supreme
wants
Court
to do
need
that.
so many
He wants to
justices?
do that. He also wants to do away with the Electoral College.
Well,
So he-
honestly, that's a Democratic thing. The Democrats have done that since FDR.
Yeah.
Stacking the court,
Court.
threatening to stack the court unless they get their way. I mean, It's a political tool.
Why can't we be happy with our republic the way it is for how many 200 and how many years?
234 years since it
234
was
years.
ratified.
Yeah, and it's been damn good.
It's the longest running republic in the history of the world.
Yeah.
It's the only republic that was formed by a free people.
You know, just having you talk about that kind of made me, it just, you know, I felt good. I was feeling the patriotic flush.
We'll capture that feeling
yeah,
because it's time for you to go on the hot seat.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for the hot seat.
Okay.
I'm totally unprepared.
Do you promise
as
to tell the
usual.
truth, the whole truth, and your version of the truth? Answer as many questions in the least amount of time as fast as you can.
I do.
By the dawn's
All right.
early light.
BW, do you have your hot sheet for
I
Bruce
think we
Bruce?
should do BW
This is-
because he's the
He's
expert.
nervous.
We should
Next
do him
section.
and- okay.
How do you spell Caitlin?
K-A-T-L-Y-N. You know, I'm a horrible speller. I am a horrible speller.
T-L-Y-N.
Are you related to Bruce Springsteen?
I wish.
Why does Too Short want people to let you hit it?
Because
Bruce
I'm great,
Bruce hit
man.
it.
I'm bad. I'm bad.
How tall are you?
6'1.5".
Could you ever dunk?
Yeah, I did dunk.
When?
I could
Do you
dunk.
have
I could
pictures?
dunk.
On who?
I dunked the baby nets. Yeah.
Oh.
No, I could.
The
could
baby on a on a 10-foot goal.
I could get up this far and I could get it down. It looked like a modified dunk. I'm a jumper. I did high jumping.
Modified
you
down.
have pictures?
I'm gonna take
I'm
that
a
as
high
a no.
jumper in high school.
I'm gonna
Baby.
pictures?
I'm gonna mark no.
I was track and field.
He doesn't
baby.
have pictures. It
Played
didn't have.
tennis.
No, I'm marking
played
no.
tennis.
The answer's no.
Watch this back
Do you wear
swing.
Do you wear short shorts to the gym?
I used to.
Do you even lift, bro?
Oh, I pump, baby. Look at this right here.
How much
That
do you,
is power.
How much
right
do you do
there.
on the Thigh Master?
I do my weight. That's what I do. I pump my weight.
What is that?
Yeah, 240.
When's the last time you wore a lip sweater?
Never.
This Halloween, will you go as Gordy Bunch?
I'm gonna go as Gordy Bunch this Halloween.
Is that Dracula?
We're gonna
He's
have
in.
a special Halloween
in.
edition. I'm gonna be Gordy Bunch.
The Bunch family.
Bunch got roasted last night at the township meeting. Oh my
he
God!
did. We'll have
The
to hear
Golden
about it.
Hammer, Nancy
you're on the
Martin
hot seat.
from.
Yeah,
you're on the
sorry,
hot
sorry.
seat.
What's one thing people don't know about you that you want them to know?
I'm a lover.
How many amendments are there?
27.
You're
Nice.
welcome. How many active amendments are there?
Ooh.
27.
Nope. 25.
25.
What do you mean active?
How many
Did they do
years
away
after the
with
cut? He
Jeez.
peeled pro-bish.
Oh,
how
of
many years
course,
after the
yeah.
Constitution was the First Amendment passed?
Say again.
How many years after the Constitution was the First Amendment passed?
Year.
Yes.
What amendments make up the Bill of Rights?
First 12.
What year?
What is it? How many?
10.
Oh,
What year was the Bill of Rights passed?
18. No. Okay, you got me.
1789.
I was 17. See, I was going to go back to that. I went 18, 12, 17, 89. Got it.
We
Hey, I'm
average
not
one
doing too
amendment-
bad. I'm not doing bad at all.
We average. Wait. We average one amendment every.
How many
How many
years?
years between each amendment?
How many years?
What's the average amount of time between each amendment?
5 years.
15 and a half.
15 and a half, really?
What's the longest time between amendments?
20 and a half.
61 years.
61?
Shortest.
Which one was that?
12th and 13th, 1804 to 1865.
Oh, yeah. I remember those. Yeah.
What's the shortest one?
5.
1 year.
1 year.
How long was
Okay.
Prohibition?
2 years, I think.
14 years.
Was it
14 years.
14?
When
Are
did
you
it end?
kidding me?
When did it end?
1920. No, it started 20, right? 1920. It ended in 1935?
33.
33?
Really
Okay.
close.
How long have African Americans been able to vote?
That was 18-something. 1865?
70.
1870.
1870.
Okay.
Rights
The
established
war
since
ended in
150
65,
years ago.
1870, yes.
How long
Right.
have women had the right to vote?
1900.
Do you think that's a problem?
1900 on. Oh, hell yeah. I think back and I just go, what were we thinking back then? I read some of these Supreme Court
1920,
decisions.
101 years.
Yeah,
How long have
look back.
18-year-olds been able to vote?
I'll tell you that because I was drafted for the Vietnam War,
And you
and
couldn't
I
vote.
was 18, and I
you a
couldn't
draft
drink,
dodger?
and I couldn't drink. No, I registered for the draft. I couldn't drink, and I couldn't vote. How about that? So they moved it back to 18. So everybody said, if I'm going to go to Vietnam and I'm going to fight for my country and may die for my country, I better be able to have a can of beer and vote.
That was
For the
50 years
president.
ago.
Yes.
When was the
Is
last
that how
amendment?
long ago it is? 50 years.
When was the
old.
last amendment
The last amendment?
passed?
That would be 65.
92.
92.
92, which one?
The 27th Amendment
what's
regarding
Congressional pay. 202 years to pass it.
Oh,
what's
those
the
bastards.
what's the fastest
Congressional pay. How did they slip that in?
fastest ever ratified? How long to ratify?
I'd say a year.
101 days.
101 days. So that's less than 365. Wow. Yeah.
What's the slowest?
It is. The slowest is, I'd say 3 years.
202 years.
So it's all done within a year.
The 1992 Amendment
this is perfect.
was presented in 1789.
Okay, good deal.
How many unratified amendments are there?
I don't know.
There's 6.
6 unratified amendments.
Yeah.
Should we make an
That
amendment?
didn't get ratified by all the states.
Right. They're just hanging out there.
They're hanging.
Yeah.
Okay, so those never pass because you have to have 2/3 of the states that pass the amendments, correct?
Last amendment question, Brandon.
How many more amendments of Deshaun Masseuse lawsuits are there?
How many more
I
amendments?
just read.
Which is more, amendments or Deshaun Watson masseuse lawsuits?
Deshaun Watson lawsuits. He may be going to Miami. Just read that, but
Yeah.
he's got a few more lingering out there. The criminal investigation is still hanging, and I don't know why he needs so many massages.
Yeah, why does he?
Yeah.
That was your last question.
All right.
Why does he need so many massages?
So
no one
many.
knows.
All right, Los, do we take a break or just keep rolling? Okay, we're going to keep rolling.
Just roll with
we
it.
blew through our second segment. We're now hot into the third segment. So we're going to go back to constitutional amendments. What's your favorite, Brandon? Your favorite
The Second
constitutional?
Amendment.
Why?
It protects the First Amendment, which protects all other amendments.
How do you figure? Because Second Amendment, you can carry guns. First Amendment, you can say anything you want. So you're
You
saying
can just mouth off and then shoot somebody.
Yeah, you could mouth off and then shoot somebody. There you go.
Yeah, but the Second Amendment was designed to protect against tyranny, which is the reason the Revolutionary War began, because we had taxation without representation, we had quartering of troops. Britain was imposing their will on us, kind of like a mandated vaccine,
Yes, right.
mandated stay-at-home orders, things of that
but it was
nature.
Britain. It wasn't the United States like
Correct.
Joe Biden.
Hear that
Okay.
ticking? I feel like we should put Brandon on the hot seat.
We should. Let's do it. Go real quick. Blow through. Brandon needs to experience this. I'm ready.
Okay, you're up first.
Okay. How do you spell Riley?
Riley.
Are you related to Judge Jack Riley?
Absolutely not. But he's a
Commissioner
nice
Charlie
guy.
Riley. Commissioner Charlie Riley.
No.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to University of Texas at Tyler and
What was
South
your-
Texas College of Law in Houston.
What was your mascot at UT, Tyler?
I think were the Patriots, so it's an eagle, a bald eagle.
You don't
Rally
know.
cry.
Speaking
You
of
don't
bald
know
eagles.
your mascot.
Rally
wait,
cry.
hold on. I got a very important. How many kids do you have?
A bunch.
How old? Who's your
Big.
favorite? Come on, let's go. Come on.
I have a 7-year-old
Eisler.
and twin 5-year-olds
When was the last time you rocked a mullet? Be honest.
today.
What do you use in your Jerry curl?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't think anyone knew what a Jerry curl was.
Is that a
I
perm?
actually don't use anything. It's not a perm.
Who's
Why
your
is
favorite?
it dripping?
Who's your favorite?
My favorite child?
Yes.
I am.
Okay. How tall are you?
5'9",
How much you weigh?
170 pounds.
Do you wear short shorts to the gym?
You got some pounds on you, boy.
I've lost
you know
10
that?
pounds. I've lost 10 pounds. You
Okay.
guys stress me out. What do you ask me?
Do you wear short shorts to the gym?
I wear short shorts everywhere.
Do you even lift, bro?
I don't anymore. Not since the pandemic hit.
What's your last bench?
I could do 225 6 times.
Isn't it true you wear glasses just for style?
I wear them so you can't see my eyes wandering.
What's your eyesight?
20/20.
Do you have any other handicaps?
Well, I'm not allowed to say them on air, but probably.
The idiot offsets the savant.
Yes.
Do you have a prenup?
No.
How much money will it take for you to retire?
I don't think I'll ever retire.
This
Beautiful. I love that.
This Halloween, will you
Me
go
and you,
as
baby.
Alex Bregman?
No, because I get enough comments about how I look like him as it is.
You already are him.
You are him. And I want you to hit a couple of home runs, okay? Alex, get
Yes,
your
sir.
act together. I want you to sweep right now on Friday.
One win away from the
Friday.
World
How often
Series.
do you
Series.
check your social media?
Constantly.
What apps do you use?
I use LinkedIn, Facebook.
What
That's
do you
it, yeah.
do? You do posting, commenting, or just browsing?
Yes.
What's one thing people don't know about you that you want them to know?
I really like Abraham Lincoln and the Constitution.
Sum up your life philosophy in a word or phrase.
Love God, love men.
What's the best kept secret at Tough Law?
I can't tell that on air.
How long does it take you to get to work?
25 minutes.
Have you ever made a client cry?
Yes.
Who at Tough Law Firm spends the most time in the mirror?
Probably a tie between me and you, Bruce.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
How about the least?
I'm going to go with Honey Badger there.
If you could do anything other than a lawyer, what would you be?
I would probably be a professor.
Okay, go.
Top unchecked bucket list item.
I'd like to go to Hawaii.
We're out of time, but what's your favorite movie or show?
My favorite movie is Forrest Gump.
That's mine.
It's the best movie ever
That
made.
is, and The Wind and the Lion.
That's pretty good, too.
Favorite
Okay, go.
favorite
go.
place you've ever been?
Oh, I really like Destin, Florida.
Who's smarter, you or Paige?
Paige.
That's your wife, right? Paige.
That's my wife.
Okay, not a
Paige.
girlfriend. Okay.
No, it's not a girlfriend.
Okay.
Houston Texans or Houston Astros?
I'm going to go with the Astros.
Rusty Harden or Tony Busby?
Definitely Harden.
Why does Deshaun Watson need so many massages?
I think he's just not happy where he's at.
Yeah, he's going to
Massages
Miami.
make you happy.
Yeah, they do.
They
All
do
right,
have happy
Jerome,
endings.
finish
Yes.
off. I just jumped ahead. I was just going to...
No, that's all we have.
Okay,
Deshaun Watson's
okay.
the closer there.
Yeah, okay. All right. Hey, thank you for being on the hot seat, Brandon. What a
Attaboy.
great show. Thank you for the primer on Constitution.
We'll jump
and
back to it
I think we're going to be ready for our 2-hour podcast. I mean, I actually thought I did a hell of a lot better than I thought.
You did-
I mean, I was
you did
off.
good.
I was off, but I'm in a general range.
Yeah.
Okay? So
Yeah.
that
It wasn't
old
quite
man-
a hit sunk, but you got a
yeah,
couple hits on
old man
battleships.
memory still works. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for joining Legal Fix. We'll see you next Friday live at noon. Please call us with your toughest legal questions.
Toughest legal questions.
I'm Bruce Tuff, principal of the Tuff Law Firm. We are a full-service law firm serving the greater Woodlands area and the greater Houston area. Contact us at 281-681-0808. We're tough for you.